Hey guys, Triple MRNO here with my thoughts on October 2018 balance update. Obviously this balance update is gonna be good, it's gonna be bad in some cases, it's gonna be good in some cases. So what do we expect to see in this balance update? Excuse me. Alright, so bunch of good things. The update should have dropped already. I wanted to do this video while the update was live, but obviously the update is not live yet. Supercell is doing some fine tuning. Hopefully they get that done within a couple of hours. Hopefully by today or end of tomorrow we get the update. Now some of troop cost reduce. I think it's great for the game. This way, it's not that expensive to train up troops. Some of these troops, they cost a lot, especially the baby dragon, one of the costliest elixir troop in the game. The witches are also getting reduced their cost. Now, bad thing about this is that level 1 witches, their health is decreasing by 20. Level 2 witches, their health is decreasing by 40, and also the damage on level 2 witches are decreasing by 10. It does matter for the lower end, like Town Hall 10s. It's gonna be way harder to do anything with Town Hall 10s. You won't be able to like spam Bow Witch as much. Like you won't get the damage that you want with the spam Bow Witch for lower Town Halls, but it's only for level 2, but level 3 and 4 for Town Hall 11s and Town Hall 12s, they're staying the same. A few more cost reduced. Jam donation has been cost adjusted, which is good, which is always good. Now you could donate stuff for much cheaper. Now Siege Machine, this was always expected from the beginning. We thought we were gonna get a reduced Siege Machine, like the cost of it. So a lot of people didn't upgrade their Siege Machines is because the level 1 cost 100,000 to make, and level 2 cost I think 150,000, and level 3 costed 200,000, and that just get expensive over time. So it's a good thing that Clash they decided to keep 100,000 gold all throughout, across all levels. Now we can up it to level 3 and still donate it with without having that much taxing to your gold as much. The donation has been increased to 30, which is good, which is always good, because it used to be 1. 1 is not good because then you're donating a lot of siege machines, but your experience and whatnot for donation is not going high up at all. Now Expo, this is more towards Town Hall, I believe 9 to 11. So 9 through 11 expos are getting their damages is getting cut. So they're not going to do as much damage as they used to. But for level 12, Town Hall 12, the damage is still gonna be 120 damage per second, so which is gonna be huge. Now the biggest shocker of all, the one thing that shocked me the most, is the fact that they're going to increase the damage on the Eagle Artillery. Eagle Artillery is getting buffed, expos are getting nerfed. So in my mind, I thought the Eagle was balanced, quite balanced, but I think they want to address the spam Bow Witch attacks, so people are not just spamming attacks. Also, I think the Eagle Artillery should damage the Electros more now, just because of the higher damage. Now they're getting all throughout all levels, they're getting 50 damage increase. So a level 2 will do as much as a level 3 does right now. So Town Hall 12's Eagle will do the same amount of damage as current Town Hall 12's Eagle. So level 2 is going to do about 350 damage. Now the shockwave damage is increased, so any skeletons, bowlers and etc., they're going to receive more damage from that. Also hogs, so you have to use I think they're trying to make players use heals more often. Now air defense, they're not getting buff in any sense, they're just getting their health increased. so it takes a little bit longer to take out those air defenses, and the air defenses can take out a couple of healers or perhaps the Electro Dragons. I think this is more towards the Electro Dragon, the chaining. Electro Dragons can chain throughout and take out the air defenses without actually having to go in range of the air defense. I think what Supercell is trying to do is so the Electro Dragons can get close enough, that way they have to, you know, get targeted by the air defense before it actually just, you know, takes out the air defense. Now the small red bombs, they're getting a new level at Town Hall 12, but they're getting their detonation, the activation range radius smaller. So that means that they have, you know, spam Laloons or something like that. They have to get close to the red mines as possible, whereas the, you know, they just have to get a little bit closer for it to activate. And this new level is obviously going to do a lot more damage to the balloons. We don't know the actual number yet, but it should be a little bit more than what it does now. The bombs, they are getting a new level at Town Hall 11. Now what cool thing about these bombs is that they're increasing their activation speed. That way whenever you try to deploy those wall breakers, and if it triggers it, it's going to detonate at much faster rate. So those wall breakers and maybe, you know, a couple of skeletons and bowlers and whatnot, where you have a giant bomb and two small bombs, if they activate at the same time, that will wipe out a group of bowlers. So I think they're trying to nerf a ground as much as possible. Now this is a cool update, I guess, for the gold mine, elixir collector, and dark elixir collector. They're all getting a new level, which is always great. It's gonna put more currency inside the game. You know, I'm not complaining about that. We need more resources. Level Town Hall 12, it might not apply to everybody, but Town Hall 12 are going to be able to upgrade to that level 13 wall, 100 more. Now what's one of the things in here missing is the new tornado trap. The new tornado trap obviously looks like a trap that is, it's like a whirlpool. It will suck in troops and it will do damage over time to those troops. It does, I think, the max, at max level it does about 10 damage per second, and I'm sorry, 8 damage per second for 10 seconds. And it goes from 6, 7, 8, I believe, or it goes from 4, 6, 8. I'm not 100% sure on that. The data is still not released yet, so we're waiting on that. That's going to be huge. Town Hall 12 is getting a new Inferno Tower. So now Town Hall 12s are going to have 3 Inferno Towers, which is going to change the game in a wide spectrum of ways. Town Hall 12s are going to it's going to get way harder to 3 stars, along with this buff and also the tornado trap. So it's going to get very, very tough. Now the coolest thing that is happening is the 25 new goblin maps, which is awesome. Getting these 25 new goblin maps, I have seen glimpse of what they look like. Like one of the maps had like 12 infernos you have to, you know, take out, and then they have like bunch of skeleton traps. So even if you try to queen walk, the queen is gonna have way harder time just because she has to go through all of those skeleton traps. Yeah, obviously you could take in a lot of poison with you to take care of that, but it's gonna be it's gonna take a little longer for them to actually take out. So these goblin maps, they're gonna be interesting. They're, you know, it looks very cool. The goblin maps are gonna be awesome. They're going to have 2 more achievements to them added, so that's always going to be nice. There are now a dragon in the goblin map, so once you get to the bottom of it, you'll find a dragon. It looks very sweet. Hopefully our regular dragon transforms into that dragon. That'll be very nice to see. But these 25 new maps, they're going to be interesting. They're not just going to be easy. Some maps, Some maps are gonna be easy, but some maps will require you to be, I believe, at least Town Hall 11 plus to complete, unless you're a good Town Hall 10. I know Town Hall 9s, they won't be able to reach completely to the max. So what they're trying to do, Supercell, is they're trying to make people go in trophies, go up in trophies. That way, not in trophies, go up in Town Hall levels, so they can reach to the end game. So they don't want people sitting at Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10s all, all throughout the game. They want them to increase, they want them to upgrade the Town Halls. That way you get to enjoy the high level content they want, they want everyone to enjoy at high level. Now, one thing that's going to be interesting about CWL, the Clan War League that is also being introduced, is the fact that now what Supercell is doing with that is basically they want people to actually upgrade their Town Halls to Town Hall 12s and go for the higher gameplay rather than the lower gameplay that everybody's enjoying at like Town Hall 9s, Town Hall 10s. Why do I say that? The reason I say that is because of the way the Clan War matchmaking system will work. We don't have the hardcore numbers yet. Supercell hasn't released actual data yet as to how it's gonna completely work out, since they're still in development. It's still not out. They're still testing a lot of stuff. Now, in terms of the matchmaking, what Supercell is trying to do is they will take the 15 heaviest war weight, heaviest weight Town Hall, and they will put you in a league according to that weight. So for example, if you have 6 Town Hall 12s, 7 Town Hall 11s, 5 Town Hall 10s, so it's gonna be the 6, the 5, and like 3 Town Hall 10s. That's going to be way in for the Clan Wars League. The problem that I have with that is if you have something like that and what you end up doing is like say for example one of your Town Hall 12s or one of your Town Hall 11s, they have work or something and they can't make it at that particular time, so that will detriment the clan's performance in terms of like the defense. They're going to be placed against higher leagues, so a group of people that are already equipped with higher defenses, and if all of them are in that war, you're going to be you're basically going to be a mismatch, because you don't have that high weight that they have, and that's going to cause a little bit of trouble in my opinion, because you are not getting that fair play as Clan War Leagues was supposed to make it fair. Some people are going to have higher defenses than you are, so that's kind of, I'm kind of iffy about that. I don't know about the full release, has not been out yet, so I don't know the actual data in terms of how they're going to actually collect it, but this was just what we heard, and it kind of scares me, the fact that some of my guys, they work in ER, they might not be able to make it through every single war for the Clan Wars League. Now for the Clan Wars League, there's going to be 8 days. You're going to have 8 days. Those are opt-in period. So within that 8 days, you select how many members you want in the clan games, who are participating. If Supercell, what they do is like, they take, they put you in a league based on those people. I think it still might be able to work. Now obviously if we have 15 Town Hall 12s, you're going to be placed in a higher league. That's what Supercell wants, is getting everyone to be in Town Hall 12s. So you're gonna have 8 days to opt in. After you opt in, you're going to have, I think this is kind of, if we don't have the full information, I saw somewhere that they said you're gonna have 8 days for War Day. So basically it's gonna be back-to-back war. In terms of how I saw it, it's gonna be back-to-back war, and you have 8 days for you to basically take out the enemy within 8 days. So that's what I heard. I'm not sure, 100% sure on that news completely. So that's about the matchup. And then the rewards, obviously anyone can participate in a Clan Wars League, and everybody that is participating in the Clan War League will receive Clan War medals. So they're calling the new currency medals. So after you get the medals, you go into the shop. The shop is gonna have a new UI, user interface. It looks nice. It's very nice. It's one continuous stream of shops, and you could just scroll through and get everything that you need. Now the new UI will, not the new event, the new currency medal. You're gonna be able to purchase those hammers, and what they're going for people who doesn't need the high hammer. They're basically just trying to make you get those statues. That's it. If you're max and you're trying to get something from Clan Wars, Clan games, Clan War leagues, you won't be able to get anything other than those statues. That's about the only thing that Supercell has allowed people to get. And the hammer, I don't know if you could use it to upgrade a wall, but I don't know how many people wants to just upgrade a plain old wall using a hammer. That's like pointless in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion. A lot of players are saying if they can just give the instead of the hammer, they could also have the option of buying the actual, like a rune of elixir or rune of something. That will help out a lot. So we're waiting on that. Hopefully we get something like that. So that's about Clan Wars League, and I think that should wrap up the video. We'll watch one more attack from the war against Moldova. That war, we didn't do so hot on it. It's a war that we won, but it didn't feel like that we should have won in the sense, just because enemy clan, a lot of their players didn't show up, and they could have easily won with our poor performance that we had up top for that war. Don't worry about it. We knew we made mistakes. We were kind of lenient on that war, but we came back swinging hard the last war, and we perfected that war, just because, you know, it was kind of a wake up call for us. We made a lot of mistakes, and we just had to get back into warring, and we were able to perfect war the next war, which is always great. It's good for morale. You can't win everything. Even just we won that anyways, but didn't feel like something that we should have won. So this is Grim attacking. This base, it defended a lot when we were attacking in war. Grim just gonna use bunch of electros. He used his heroes. His queen is actually going in right here, and then she's going to go in and take out the enemy queen, take out an air defense, take out a wizard tower. Huge value on that queen. She went in and did a lot of work. Rest of the base is just electros, and he has a freeze for the inferno and the air defense right there, and he just gonna clear that section up before the inferno wakes back up. 3 more air targeting defense. They're not gonna do anything against 4 electros that he still has left. So it was a quick wrap up. Nice attack by Grim. I won't be doing a recap on this war against Moldova, just because of the poor performance that we had up top. There isn't that many good attacks that I could show you, but I will do a war recap that's going to coming up sometimes tonight or early tomorrow about Sword of Fate versus Deranged. The enemy clan, they were good. They hit very early, cleaned out all of our bottom guys like nothing. They just kept on hitting us, and they cleaned everything up. They took out me this war, so up to number 5 they cleaned out, and we went in and cleaned up all of their tops. We started hitting from the they started hitting us from the bottom up. We hit them from top bottom, so which was very funny and interesting the way the clan wars that war went. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video with your about this update, thoughts on this updates. It's all I hope. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys.